Actually, I don't mind feet myself. I accidentally fell into putting a foot in my mouth when I was having sex one time.
Wild Til 9! Are you ready?
Yep, let's go home.
All right, we got Australia's biggest man whore in the house. Harry?
You can't say that. There's bigger.
Are you sure?
There's gotta be.
Okay, but like I feel like right now, self-proclaimed,
Really good start.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Self-proclaimed and also now backed by us, biggest man whore of Australia.
I guess I have to be there.
And by the way, slight time out. You say anything you don't like later on, we'll cut it. So don't feel like if you go too far, we'll send this to you ahead of time, or we can cut it. So if you say anything, you're like, actually, can you not post that? Don't worry about it. Because I didn't do enough research to really go, oh, okay, this is what I can't say kind of thing. So, just let us know.
I'm an open book, honestly.
Let us know later. All right, so back to Australia's biggest man whore. Harry.
Hi.
Good to meet you.
Good to be nice as well. Yeah.
I would actually really like Lauren to recap the day she was like, who should we have on the pod? And I don't know when your name came up, but I was like, well, I have a feeling if I reach out, we'll get one answer. And if you reach out, we'll get another one. So slide in those fucking DMs. And
you started DM me?
Yeah.
I would have answered to you.
As a former fuckboy, I know how it goes.
I would have answered.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, for sure.
I didn't even think about how, like, as a former fuckboy, had that been a reverse situation, you would have seen chick with the blue check.
Well, guys have loyalty to guys they know. Guys do not have loyalty to guys they don't know.
Right.
So, like, I would never judge Harry had he slid in your DMs a week ago.
Right.
Because that's just the game. Now, a week from now,
I promise you, if I see they're in a relationship, I'm like, yo, like, time out.
The stories we're hearing actually leading up to this. If there's a lie counter for this, everyone help, that's Harry's first lie.
No, it's because he fucked my girlfriend, so I had to return the favor. That was it.
So he started. He started.
He said,
well,
allegedly.
No, I never. In fact, I was there.
There's just enough lawyers in there. Yeah, allegedly.
So no, I know if someone has it in a relationship. Like recently when I was in Miami, my friends were going to a party, and they're like, "Oh, Harry can't come because he was fucking this guy's wife." I was like, "I've never fucked anyone's wife
that you know of."
I was gonna say,
I was like, whatsoever, because I'm like looking at her fingers and stuff like, and I was like, I know I've been seeing someone for a while. Turns out this guy broke up with this girl and was like obsessed with her. It was a girl that I was seeing and was calling her his wife. And I'm like, hey,
Harry walked in and within the first, 7 minutes, I heard more drama than I've been a part of in 5 years.
and I give him a lot of drama.
Really?
Yeah, like I
keep a little gossiper.
I like a little tea. The best part is that like I'm not involved in drama, so like being on the outside of it is really nice, and it's like relaxing, and so like to be entertained. Jealous. Yeah, you're at the center of it, so this is great for me. Like this is my perfect setup. Is that like you're kind of in it, and I'm on the outside being like, "Hi, Harry, you okay over there?"
It's so bad because drama just keeps finding me. Like I'm such a magnet for it. Like shit that doesn't even involve me will involve someone in my group, and that involves me now because I'm protective over my boys. So it's just like. It's so annoying, but it's like fun.
But like, do you low-key like it a little bit?
No, of course. Like, it's great, but like, I just don't want to lose friends over it for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, so these are questions that people are either going to already know the answer to or not. So this is for my own purpose here. So you've been in the U.S. for how long now?
I've been in the U.S. I think I'm approaching like my second year.
Ooh,
yeah.
Welcome.
That's a big milestone.
Yeah.
You've already gone through hating and loving it and hating and loving it.
I actually don't know the math on that. I just know I moved 2019. What's that? Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 years ago?
That was one pandemic ago.
Yeah, one pandemic ago.
That was the end of 2019. I moved for like a month, and then the fires in Australia happened. And I was like, shit, I better go home. Because my mom's drunk and like fighting fires on the farm.
You're like, oh, mom, you got to
We love a self-starter like that.
Yeah, I was like, mom, she's like, I'm living. Like, fuck it.
And so farm.
Yes.
Walk us through that.
Yeah. So I grew up in rural Australia. So what people call the outback is where I grew up. I grew up in this small country coastal town called Yupun. There's like 19,000 people in the surrounding areas. So not just
Oh, so small.
So dating pool is very small.
so tiny. Yeah, very ancestral. Like it's
Yeah, go back to the wife comment.
yeah. So I grew up with a bull called Nigel. I used to feed him apples every day.
And when you mean a real bull?
a bull. Yeah, his name was Nigel.
Like not a bull terrier, like
No,
a bull.
like a
Yeah,
big-
of a bull.
A big boy.
Terrier.
Yours is very sweet. Mine will charge anyone but me. Like I'll go in there because we had a mango farm. I'll go pick mangoes. And then I'd go
Weird,
sit-
like mango
You just-
farms, bulls,
You keep
like
saying
outback.
these things. Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
and I
Keep
bet
going.
you're a king at Saddle Ranch.
Terrible.
Really?
Well, because I didn't ride him. I just go lay in the paddock and feed him. We've got 12 chickens named Margaret.
They're all Margaret?
Yeah, there's one called Eddie and there's one called Marcel, and they're the roosters. And there's Bella and Buzz, the pigs, and they're always pregnant because they're always fucking. Then we have that. But here's the thing. My mum just like hoards animals. Like she just loves animals.
Okay, yeah.
So she just, when she sees something, she's like, well, I'm going to give you a better life. Come to the farm. We have 45 acres on this beautiful hill in the middle of Australia. Or not the middle, but like right by the beach. And has, all these cattle, like 12 horses. Every time I go back, she just buys another ex-race horse. So there's like Clydesdales, ex-race horses here, this and that. She'll legit just like, sometimes she takes the pigs to the beach. Like she'll walk them down. And there's this one called Eddie that just swims. I think his name was Eddie, but it was my brother's pig. And then it ended up getting killed because it ran away.
So I had a fish growing up.
Yeah.
And I had a cat.
Wait, that's fucking wild. Wait, also, I have so many questions. I literally don't even know where to start.
Yeah, no, I didn't think we were going that route.
Sorry.
But no, this is good. This is
I know
good.
we
I'll
started
tell you
like
everything.
fucking bitches in
Everyone
LA,
just-
and then
we'll get to
now we're in the farm.
We'll get to
Yes.
the fuckboy stuff in a
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
We got to talk about the farm first.
I have so many farm questions. Okay, so
Yes.
then how long did you stay? How long did you live on the farm? Or like until,
I still live there. Like we still have it.
so you like go to high school, you could do everything in your 19,000 person town?
So I would go to a high school that was like 1.5 hours north, or maybe it was a little bit more, 1.5 hours north. So I'd get on the bus and take us there. But it was
hour and a half every day.
so it'd be
Oh, shit.
3 or 5 hours in total a day on be on a bus.
Fuck.
So my parents, they just decided to send us to boarding school because they're like, it's
Oh,
a
right,
lot,
that's too
lot
much.
easier.
Yeah.
And then I got kicked out of the boarding school because I was blowing up toilets and
Well,
With
starting fights and stuff like that. So they kicked me out. And then my parents were like, after that, I threw a big party that changed the laws in my state. Because I had a riot and some bad shit happened. So my parents were like, hey, we're going to send you to a different country.
okay.
And they sent me to New Zealand to go to school there, boarding school, which I got kicked out of that school as well because I had a fight club and then I hosed some people down the shower and had to live in a tent for 2 weeks.
Allegedly. Now, Harry, when going back to the whole drama finds you,
right.
it sounds like
It sounds like the common denominator.
and tell me
come
if
to
I'm
realize
wrong. It just sounds like you might be.
I don't know. I love a good time. I love telling a good story. So I guess that's what it is.
Well, then that's why people are here.
That's why people are here.
I guess so.
Okay, so if you were to describe yourself to someone, and please do not speak to anything you've done on television or anything that people can already see.
Yeah.
Who is Harry?
I think, to put it blunt, just a lovable idiot. Like that's all my friends say. It's like I'm just a big lovable idiot.
Yeah, but everyone needs one of those.
Yeah, everyone needs one of those.
Because I'm like 6'5", I'm clumsy. I say and do dumb stuff, but when I'm like with someone and like into it, like I'm very like playful and like
You
fun.
seem like a good friend too. You seem like a ride or die.
Yeah.
I want to
yeah,
confirm that Harry is a real life 6'5".
Yeah,
an
not like
internet
a
6'5".
not like a 6'2" on
Yeah.
Hinge, like a real life 6'5".
I'm 6'4". You are taller than me, and the amount of times I hear a dude like, "Oh yeah, he's really tall. He's 6'4", and I say, "You're
Yeah.
not.
You're not actually.
You're
there.
not."
But I get so annoyed when I meet someone taller than me. Like I'll see basketball players out and I'm like, fuck you.
I mean, that was my first thought. I was hoping to God, this motherfucker's gonna lie about his height. He's gonna walk in, and I'm gonna see him like, no, he's not actually that tall.
Yeah.
He's taller.
I
It's
literally feel
annoying.
like a little shrimp next to both of you. Like I'm a foot shorter than both of you. And Hannah, if you can cut to the wide shot real quick, and I look like a little fucking pea, a little pea next to you guys.
Let's stay at the wide shot. Harry, these thighs.
Oh, here we go.
Let's just.
I gotta try to test my cars because I don't have cars. I always get roasted.
No. We'll keep it on the Y for just a moment longer. Yeah, everyone just take a moment. Oh, inside thigh, outside thigh. Yeah,
That's a good thigh. It's a good thigh.
You
You're
like
actually pretty evenly tanned. I feel like all of my dude friends have
Really?
like a crazy
Wait
like
till you see my
shorts
ass.
tan.
Terrible. After this,
Tasty and
the
hairy.
uncensored one.
I was gonna say,
Cheeks out.
Patreon.com. You can see that.
The OnlyFans.
Okay, lovable idiot.
Yes.
I like that.
That's good. That's a good tagline.
I guess like that's just what I grew up with because like it's just pretty much all that kind of sticks. Like I'm not a genius. I'm not funny. I'm just an idiot. Like and some
but
people
a
love
lovable
me.
idiot. Yeah.
But a lot of people hate me too. So I don't know.
And I think that might have something to do with like the circling back to like being the pinnacle of a lot of drama.
Yeah.
It might. I don't think it's actually being the idiot part. I think it's circled more around the drama portion.
We'll call it jealousy. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay. And so going into things that are really, really important, is there an Australian food that you miss?
If you say Vegemite right now, I will fucking elbow. What's this called? A flying elbow.
I was gonna say that, but kangaroo.
Get the fuck out of
Stop
here.
it right now. Like actually eating kangaroo.
It's so good.
Is
You
it?
can
Is
eat
it
it?
like? Is it like chicken? What's it closest to?
It's just like tough gamey meat, but it's just so lean.
Really?
So I would always have like kangaroo mince like in my meals and like kangaroo mince burgers.
No shit.
Because there's just so many kangaroos.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Where I'm from, you drive on the road, you'll see them at night, and they just hop and just completely fucking
Right.
destroy
I mean,
your
that's
car.
like deers where I'm from.
Yeah.
And even like moose, like literal moose.
terrifying. So yeah, kangaroo mince is like really good. I enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's not what I wanted
And
to
Vegemite.
hear. You don't actually
No,
like
take
Vegemite,
it back.
do you?
Take it back.
I love it. But here's the issue with Americans, right? You see a jar of Vegemite.
Hang on, pause. I want to separate myself from the
sorry.
Americans, Canadian. Leave me out of it.
Anyone outside of Australia.
Leave me out of it.
Because you see a jar of Vegemite and you're like, oh, they love it. Let's have a spoonful. That is the
nah.
dumbest
Oh,
thing.
wait. Is it that you have to do is it like butter and a tiny little bit, right?
Okay, yeah. I just absolutely smother my toast in butter and then have like the nicest little hint. But my mum would always make like little crackers and then a little layer of cheese and Vegemite. And that was just always the best.
Let's talk
Let's do
about
it.
things you suck at.
Everything.
Okay, good. So lovable idiot that
Yes.
didn't exactly. Okay, so academic career. What was the highest pinnacle we achieved?
I got to university.
That's good.
I don't know how I got there.
Well,
I genuinely don't know because I had to graduate in a 10. So I never got my certificate or anything, but they said I did it. So then I applied for university. Well, actually, I went home to Australia and then my parents like, this is really weird. We have 2 grown men because my brother was there back at the house and they couldn't really handle having more people there because they weren't used to it.
right.
So I just started working 3 or 4 jobs and then I just decided to fuck off to Europe and just travel for a year and try and figure out life. And while I was there, I applied for university in this place called Lismore, which is near Byron Bay in Australia. And then I was doing a double degree in business and art for 2.5 years.
Business and art.
Weird combo.
No, kind of love that though.
I didn't
kinda
see an artist in you.
What my
Neither. But, and it was really weird because I remember when I started going to class, it was like culture studies and like all this other stuff. I'm like, no. I wanted to take photos of like titties and like paint stuff.
Yeah. That was level
You're like,
3.
when's the new drawing day?
Yeah, no, it was like legit like smart stuff, smart people shit. And I was like, get me out of
Culture.
here.
Yeah. It was just an entire semester of like drawing soft penises.
Yeah.
And you were like,
that's what I was
no.
excited about.
This is exactly what I signed up for.
That's what I wanted.
Okay. Wait, so that was in Australia?
Yes, that was back in Australia. Yeah, after I
Okay.
figured out my life.
And let's just in a real imaginative world real quick.
Yeah.
Let's say you had graduated with a degree in business and art. What do you think you'd be doing?
Some boring, shitty job.
Yeah?
To be honest, I think I'd probably move back home and take over my family's business. Like, and I just know I would have fucking hated it.
Yeah.
It would have sucked. Like
You and Margaret.
that would have been beautiful. But I can't wait to go back.
Eddie?
Because we okay. And my dad would always sounds super weird, but when we'd like pet them on the ground, they'd always put their little bums up, so you give them a little bum scratch like that. And they love it. They love
That
it.
kind of
One
sounds
more
like
time,
one more
actually?
time the little bum
That
scratch.
was that, yeah. Isn't
Yeah,
that
they
nice?
put little bums up you like around
And just-
on the tail.
And that could have been your life.
It is like I'm so excited to go home, but I just can't risk it because my brother has type 1 diabetes. If I get anything, even chlamydia, fuck, everyone's in trouble.
Can't even get chlamydia.
Nah, I'm
And that's a big old risk for you, I bet.
No, but actually, wait, please, hold here. I feel like on a podcast that I recently heard,
Yeah.
were you talking about just having chlamydia?
When I was at university, I had it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a past chlamydia.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, by the way,
I was like 19,
chlamydia,
18.
the head cold of STDs.
Yeah.
You just,
couple pills,
you're fine.
But because we were talking about it at university. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to lie to anyone. So I had it when I was at university, and I had a couple pills, and it was gone.
And it's gone. Yeah. There was a girl in my high school who got chlamydia, and her name rhymed with the clap.
Oh, shit.
And she was known as, I mean, I'm not going to fucking out her name, but like she was known as.
Really
she was.
She's like, whoa. So I was getting hate.
So rhymes with the clap, but she was blank the clap for like 2 fucking years.
Oh, it sucks.
The clap?
No, just move on.
No? We couldn't. Well, what is it? Do you think she listens to this fucking podcast?
I don't know, maybe.
That's the most cocky thing you've ever said.
I mean, a small town, not as small as 19,000.
Harry, fun fact.
Yeah, here we go.
We like to talk about this. So you've had a little bit of sex. I've had a little bit of sex. Lauren's had a little bit of sex.
Yeah.
Lauren's actually used.
Why did you say that weird with Lauren?
Because both of your numbers are like
a different
planet than
Really?
mine. Yeah.
What's yours?
I mean,
Do you talk about this shit on here?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a notorious serial dater. Terrible habit.
pretty bad.
Really bad. Really bad. So
Less than 10.
less than 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Well, and actually that puts into perspective. The reason I bring this up is fun fact. She's had sex with less than 10 people. Has also used less condoms than both of us combined.
This literally, I cannot escape this. I cannot escape this
My
comment.
favorite fact is that Lauren's never used a condom?
No, I've used a condom
Twice?
before at some point. Yeah.
Like, had she been
Sounds
fucking,
like chlamydia to me.
she would have.
You're like, so how did I end up with chlamydia and you didn't?
Right.
No, I've actually got a friend who's probably fucked like over 200 people, and he's never had an STD.
Wow.
He's even fooled around with guys, like anything. Like
Wow.
Only takes one.
yeah. He legit was like telling me, he's like, can't wait to come to LA and like get my first STD. I was like, hey,
Well,
not a novelty item.
I don't. Yeah.
Don't get excited about that.
Not a trophy item that you want.
Like,
Yeah,
just sitting there
especially in
going,
this city.
Right. Yeah. Also, I remember the last time that my doctor was like, "When's the last time you were tested for anything?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. Just give me the stuff." And he's like, "Well, chlamydia's kind of evolved. It's gotten like,
coronavirus.
it's kind of gotten nasty. They're like, you gotta like do like some serious like antibiotics to get rid of it now."
Really?
Yeah. Chlamydia has evolved. It's changed.
Oh, chlamydia's growing?
It's actually, yeah.
She's getting stronger.
It's had a glow up. Yeah.
She's getting stronger.
Wow.
Wow,
It's
I
like a
love
little
that.
Pokemon.
Yeah, what's the next evolution?
Yeah, wow, exciting.
Okay.
Can't wait for that.
I'm no stranger to a prickly leg, especially when it's sweatpants season, but with the warmer weather and summer right around the corner, I can't wait to get back into my regular routine. That first shave after letting your hair grow for a little while is always so satisfying. We call it the silky dolphin around here, and there's nothing more satisfying for me than being a self-proclaimed silky dolphin. And I need a razor that makes shaving uncomplicated and is gentle on my skin, leaving it moisturized, super smooth, and bump-free. And the Athena Club razor is hands down the best razor I've ever used.
Athena's Club Razor is designed with built-in skin guards and an innovative handle to help prevent razor burn while being gentle on curves. It has thousands of 5-star reviews. One of the best parts about the $9 razor kit is that it comes with your choice of handle color, an extra blade head, and a magnetic hook for easy shower storage.
And you know how most razors have a lining surrounding them to add moisture to your shave? Well, Athena steps it up a notch. Their razors are surrounded by a water-activated serum with shea butter and hyaluronic acid, which is a holy grail product for skincare. They also have this amazing shave foam that leaves your skin feeling extremely hydrated and soft.
I always say shea. Is it just shea butter?
What did I say?
Just shea butter.
Shea butter?
I think I'm like shea butter.
Shea butter?
Yeah.
Shea butter?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, now I'm second guessing myself.
Okay, well, show your skin you care with the Athena Club Razor Kit. Sign up today and you'll get 20% off your first order. Just go to athenaclub.com and use promo code WILD. That's ATHENACLUB.com with promo code WILD for 20% off. Back with one of our favorite sponsors, BetterHelp. If you are looking to improve your mental health from home and avoiding uncomfortable waiting rooms, look no further. BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online.
BetterHelp allows you to connect with a professional licensed therapist in a safe and private online environment. You can send a message to your counselor at any time of the day, as well as schedule weekly video or phone sessions. A major benefit is also how accessible it is. BetterHelp is more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available, making it easier to get the help you need. You guys know how open and transparent I am about my mental health journey, and BetterHelp has been there for me in my time of need.
BetterHelp is committed committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. The service is available for clients worldwide, and anything you share is confidential. BetterHelp is convenient, affordable, and professional. You can check out the testimonials posted daily on their website.
We want you to start living a happier life today.
We sure do.
As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor, betterhelp.com/WT9. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/WT9.
So you are in the middle of TV job thingies right now. Like, what? Tell me what the 9 to 5 is for you right now.
Okay, so it's a very like weird area when you come off the back end of a reality show, because not a lot of people know, but you have like a contract where you're exclusive with the network that you sign with for a year. Now I've done 2 shows now in total. The first one was in New Zealand. This second one was the biggest one and was the one that really put me on the map. So it's a little bit difficult, and it's a little bit weird because I found that like a lot of reality TV stars like focus on just being another contestant on a show and just being like making TV shows their whole identity.
Right.
I'm very blessed that I'm more so focused on my business, and my business is that we're creating this year and stuff like that. That's really taken up my whole time. But my biggest thing is that I've been working on is these show concepts, which we're really excited about. So we're just working through them, making them legit, and then we're going to start shopping them around because my exclusivity clause is like starting to finish up. So
that you're probably not supposed to talk about. Yeah, allegedly.
Is it show concepts that you want to be a part of as well? Or do you like produce?
The host, produce. Like my thing is like I love entertaining, and that when I was on the show and I realized I was saying like dumb shit like, hey, you naughty little possum, or you little butter chicken, it was making people laugh. And, and that was like what was really exciting me, because I'm like, shit, my goal is to make it's just to make people like have that, like maybe it's like 10, 20 minutes out of the day and like laugh, whether it's at me or with me. That's my goal.
Either's fine.
Yeah, as long as they're smiling, like that's my thing. So yeah, it's we're working on producing them, but fingers crossed I can host. That's my goal. That's my big thing, is I really want to be a host.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah,
because you've been here 2 years. So like, you've just started to like, I feel like probably get rid of the people that you thought were your friends that you actually don't really like, and you're just like whittling down.
That's the 2-year mark in LA.
It's 2 to 3. Yeah,
like you get here and you run through a ton of friends being like, wait, no, hate you, you're fake, you fucked me over.
No, in the beginning, it's the opposite. You love everybody.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's like the 1.5-year mark when you start like filtering out people who like suck and are like sucking your soul.
That's so true, because that's where I'm at right now. Like the show aired and I had a lot of friends, and and I'm like a very like happy like go easy guy. So I'll be going out with this person, having a good time with them. And then the show like hype started to like dwindle off a little bit. And then these people like started to disappear. I'm like, hey, let's go get lunch how we used to. No reply. I'm like, oh, this is
that's some LA shit so weird. Hard like, there.
But then again, I'm like, you know what? I can't sit here and get upset about someone else's actions. Like whatever, we had a good time and that's all that matters.
Totally. And also like just let people show themselves to you.
Oh yeah.
There's only so many hours in a day. Okay, and so that's on the friendship side.
Yeah,
I heard a whisper.
You already know what's coming. Here we go. The juicy shit's about to come in.
Everyone's adjusting. Yeah.
Well, I just
literally everyone's like, all right, let's get set.
I'm just like back in my day. Yeah. So I came in 174th place on a reality show singing years ago in Los Angeles.
174?
Yeah.
No, he's lying. So this fun fact about Jeremy. He has the voice of a Disney prince, like singing voice.
I can hear it.
Yeah,
sure.
Thank you.
And so he was on. Have you seen Pitch Perfect?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna love this. So Jeremy was in.
To bridge this story.
So Jeremy was in an a cappella college singing group that was on reality TV.
Remember you in that fight club? I was fighting with voices.
Wow.
Yeah. The masculinity was strong in that room. Yeah.
You know how many bitches you get being the hottest guy in an a cappella group?
I don't.
All of the bitches.
Oddly enough, more than you'd think.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't have a cappella groups in Australia.
In Canada, we also did not have a cappella groups.
What do you mean you didn't have a cappella groups?
No one, like, you guys do weird shit over here. I've never heard of that. The only time I heard about it was on Glee, and I was like, is this real?
Well, Fair.
That's how I felt about Pitch Perfect. That's why I think it's just so funny. I love telling everyone that story because like
awesome.
it's a movie concept to us, right?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel like real life, but you lived that life.
Yeah.
Back to what I was saying before
Yeah, go
that.
ahead.
The whole point was, and I immediately went
Thank you for
back,
trying to save me.
Yeah, exactly. Back to my university and felt like a small local celebrity for like 6 months and put my penis in everything that moved. And Lauren's mom can hop off right here. And then came back to LA and it was like this weird version of just like you're kind of in limbo from like that TV feeling to what's next. And you look like you've adjusted a lot faster than I did. But like what do you feel like people get wrong about you from watching you on TV in comparison to who you are in real life?
I think the biggest thing that people always keep me accountable for is the fact that on my show, in the first or second episode, I'd lied to my ex-girlfriend about a kiss, which was obviously like the dramatics were a little bit blown up because it's a TV show and all that stuff was addressed there. But some people like to drag it on a little bit. And I think that a lot of people think that I'm like a liar, I'm a narcissist because I've been on reality TV. That's usually the rap we get, and that we're like very self-centered and like idiots, which is fine, which is
good. And some of that's true.
Yeah,
but this other part,
most of it is true. But also like the biggest thing that I've been fighting with is that when I broke up with my ex, I got told that I was like a cheater and all this stuff and all this bad stuff came out, and I just didn't say anything because I was like I don't want to tarnish our good memories. I did say some shit that, you know, I shouldn't have, and that I shouldn't have been around, but we both were very hurt. So I think that was like probably the biggest thing is fighting this like with my ex or like with people just saying that I'm not like a liar or a narcissist or all this shit. And I've also found myself getting caught up in like locker room chat here and there. Yeah. And that's something that I'm definitely not proud of and that I've been working on. But yeah, it's made me like think about myself a lot more, which has been an interesting experience because whereas before I go out with the boys, do whatever, like say whatever, have a good time, post on social media, me getting drunk, like having a lit time. Whereas now I'm like, shit, like I've got people that will get influenced by that and I don't want to put out like sad stuff or like shit where I'm like being a drunk idiot. So I'm very more like aware of myself. Like I'm 105 days sober today.
Damn, 105?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, good for you.
I was in Miami and I was just way too drunk and I was being a flailing idiot. And I was mostly the main reason is when the show aired, I was like out probably like 3 or 4 nights a week because I was like, well, I need a network and this is my only time where I get to meet people and I get to be out and about, which was good. It was definitely one of the best things I did. But towards the end of the year, last year, I realized that like I'm just pulling myself further away from my goals. I got all my goals on my kitchen where I can see them every single day, where I want to be, how I want to get there and what I'm going to do. And I'm like, well, shit, like I'm just going to my friend's house and getting drunk and then going out. It's just not beneficial for anyone and especially my team. Like I worked this hard to only get this far. It just doesn't make sense for me. So after New Year's, I really sat down and took a look at myself and was like, whoa, I'm a little bit more responsible than just myself now. I have like a team of like 10 to 15 people that rely on me every single day. And me getting drunk and snappy and getting skinny fat isn't ideal.
Skinny fat.
Nothing worse than skinny fat.
Everyone gets skinny fat at some point when they move to LA. It's the drinking.
Yeah, mine's
it's
right
the
now.
drinking.
Yeah,
Your skinny fat's right now?
Yeah.
Mine was about 3 months ago at like the peak of quarantine drinking. Yeah.
I've been telling myself I'm about to get in that fucking gym that we bought about a year and a half now.
You guys have a gym in this fucking mansion?
Yeah, we do. I'm the only one that uses it though, to be honest. Not to roast you at all.
Really not to roast me at all, but you just roasted me.
So anyways,
Wait, I have a follow-up question on that.
okay, go ahead.
I mean,
Go ahead.
Is yours on topic?
I mean, it was like 3 things back that we talked about. So go ahead.
I know, you go first.
I went through a super public breakup as well. And so
how was that?
it fucking garbage. It was balls. It sucked. And I feel like seeing you go through that, I saw a lot of myself in that as well.
Really?
Because I mean, it's so hard when people are accusing you of things that you didn't do. And you can only say, no, I didn't do this so many times.
Yeah.
And people are still going to have like this idea or this impression or this expectation that they hold you to. And it's so hard. Both people, again, like you said, are so hurt and you don't want people to be accusing you of something you didn't do, but you're just feeding the fire by,
it sucks because you read the comments, you're like, no, I didn't do that. And I want to tell the world.
I know.
And then I like, it took me a while to sit down and be like, you know what, like the more I entertain it, the worse it gets.
Yes.
Like we had our lawyers going back and forth and now I look back at it and I was like, fuck, I wish she called me or I wish I just called her.
Yeah. Right.
Because there's still so much love and still so much like good memories there.
Yeah.
And the worst part was all that bad shit happened on both sides.
Yeah.
No one was walked away with this being an angel. And I look back, I'm like, man, like those were probably the happiest times that I've ever had with anyone. And now they're all like tarnished because both of us are stubborn and we want to fight and stuff like that. But again, like I've said in many podcasts and many interviews that like legit, like just wish her all the best. And I'm very proud of who she is and what's happened. And I always say like, oh, this is the annoying thing is I always be like, look, if she ever needs to talk to me, I'm always a phone call away. And she'd be like, why has he never called me? I'm like, because I'm hurting.
Because I'm sad.
Yeah, but it's legit. I don't want to carry on about it because it's boring, but it's legit like over a year ago, and it's kind of crazy that some of the stuff still goes on. Like,
I'm 2.5, 3 years away from it, and still, not to make you feel like sad that it's not going away anytime soon, but use that comment filter, use the specific word blocks.
Oh, I have.
That shit is your savior.
I restrict everyone. It's so funny because you see that little comment.
Yeah. And you're like, bye.
Yeah.
I think it's hard too when you go through a breakup and like you want to tweet petty shit.
Yeah.
No, but you
want to be you are the just fucking you send things you can't come back from.
Sure. So anyway, in this hypothetical situation, if someone wanted to tweet petty
don't push
shit,
this on everybody else.
No, but it's so hard because like you want to be human and say something that might be a little bit petty, but you have this massive audience that's like also front row to like your breakup, which is some fucking garbage. Anyways, what was your question?
Yeah. So you are sober for 105 days, right?
Yeah.
Is alcoholism a thing in your family?
Yeah, 100%. So I like again, mom, dad, please don't blast me.
Hi, mom and dad.
I'm sick of the angry emails.
Yeah, right. This is Happy Harry. He's on the path to a good place.
No, so I grew up and both my parents fancy a drink, fancy a bit of an argument, and sometimes beating each other up. And I think I grew up watching that, and my brother went in the opposite direction. So he loves like getting high, doing his thing, which is completely fine because that's his lifestyle and his like type of work. He's a musician and he goes down that path. But for me, I'm like, if I continue to do this stuff, I'm no better than what I've seen and what's happened. So I need to be better. I need to take a step back. Now, mind you, I'm not going to be sober forever. I love getting fucked up with the boys and having a good time. I'm just waiting for me to like essentially like achieve, or once this fight finishes, that's when I'm going to go crazy, or potentially my birthday.
We'll get back to that fight. Okay, got it.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
So like, what is your, because as someone who fancies a drink as well, although I'm not a really aggressive person, that one I don't have, but like someone who, mostly because I get my ass beat, but like as someone who fancies a drink, but also like, I don't really know my background because like I'm adopted. So God only knows like what type of fucked up people I came from. What is the thing that you are least proud of when you see drunk Harry back? Like what is the thing that you're trying to not run from, but like you're keeping sobriety to stay away from?
No, see, here's the thing. When I'm drunk, like this is where the lovable idiot
You're like, I'm a great drunk.
No,
well, then Harry, I can't wait to get drunk. Not that I want to push you into sobriety, but
you give us a call when you're ready.
No, I'm not like aggressive or anything like that. Like I'm just a flailing idiot. Like I'm running around like doing the dumbest shit. I always like will say the dumbest shit. And like when I was in Miami with the girl that I was dating, I was telling you, I was like, look, just let me get you pregnant so I have 9 months to figure life out. I have 9 months to figure my life out. I'll get us a house. Everything will be good. She's like, Harry, you're so drunk. I was like, please, I love you so much. She's like, Harry, it's been a month. This is why I don't drink. Because I'll get you pregnant.
This is what we're running from. It's pregnancy and dropping the L-bomb a little too early, maybe.
In the comments below, if you would be interested in marrying...
In being impregnated by Harry. Drop your Instagram handles and let us know if you're over 18.
And real quick, so that was you'd buy a house. What else was it in that contract?
Just get my entire life sorted and take care of it.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right.
I've tried that a couple times. And every time I've ended up single, so I don't think it works.
With the track record there is not so successful.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And we're single, and this is April 14th, so God only knows when this is going to come out. But so, are you single today?
Yes, and I will be single forever.
Well, forever because you want to, or because you keep wanting to impregnate girls and they get scared and they run away.
No, here's my issue is I just date people who aren't good for me. And
how old are you, Harry?
23.
Okay, yeah. You're fine.
I love a good time more than anyone. I love hanging out
Being a hoe.
and having my person. No, that's the thing is I love having my little person that I can be like, we're going on a trip.
That was my little person, by the way.
Right.
Just and for audio people, it was as if his dick was about 3 feet wide, and he just said, my person. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But no, there's nothing better than having that and like waking up and the greatest thing about love for me is when I remember I would wake up and I'm like, what can I do to make her day better? And that was the most fulfilling feeling for me. Even if it was walking outside and going to get a coffee or helping her start her business or do stuff like that. For me, that was the greatest feeling more than anything, more than like one night stands and shit like that. So for me, like my goal is to kind of get back to that point with someone and have someone. So maybe, I'm kind of just trying to chew through as many people as possible so I can find the person quicker.
That's what Jeremy did. He just fucked all of LA until he landed on me. Also, I just want to know why you're not fulfilled by waking up and making me breakfast and getting me coffee.
Yeah, no, that was some real
I have
bullshit.
so many questions. Literally, I was like, you look bad right now.
Yeah. No.
Don't worry, I'm just talking. It comes out, I'm like, shut up.
Perfect. Okay, good. Let's get back to you being a shit.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So you're single today. You're training for fights?
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm getting fight ready.
Fight ready.
Harry walked in and said that he's over his water quota, which I have literally never heard before in my entire life.
Yeah, because, so I'm carrying so much water weight right now. Like I'm 223, which is terrible for me.
Okay.
I've never been this heavy in my entire life.
Same, keep going.
But I'm training as hard as I can. So
Same, keep going.
So I've been limited to a gallon of water a day. But when I'm training, I go through probably like 3/4 of that. Because I'm just sitting there just going crazy with that workout. So I'm just trying to like slow down a little bit so I don't get too bloated with water.
If I drink one cup of water, oh my God, I'm so hydrated. My skin is so supple.
Yeah, but drinking too much water.
I'm so hydrated.
Only eating vegan pussy. Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay.
Vegan pussy is really good.
I have a question. You know what? It's a clean diet, though. I believe that 100%.
Lauren eats meat, but I could imagine a world where I could agree with that.
Yeah. So sorry. I had no plans on changing that anytime soon. My meat consumption.
No. The last thing I want you is to go vegan because then I'm not going to eat any meat.
Yeah, then you won't eat any meat.
That's the thing. That's the thing you miss out on not having a consistent girlfriend. Just like the meal plan.
Yeah.
How has dating and hooking up been since being sober?
It's a little bit of a gray area, right?
Okay.
Because you'll be out and someone will be into you and they'll be like giving you the eyes and you'll be like, hey, look, just give me your number. Like, I'll see you in the morning. Like I've had people like, because I'll go out with my friends, like they'll be lit and I'll be driving them around. And I'll have people like literally try and force themselves on me. And I'm like, hey, like,
right. When you're sober, like when you're drunk, I feel like it's like it could be fun.
When you're drunk, it's like a fun time. Like, I'll have a kiss here, I'll dance there, I'll do my thing. But when you're like dead sober, it's just, I'm like, I'll just get you a number and I'll text you in the morning.
Right.
That's the move for sure. That's the move for sure.
But then you're never going to text that girl?
Well, I usually forget that name.
You're right. Yeah.
or I'll put that number in a text of my name. And then I'm like, who the fuck is this Harry Jowsey?
He's like, H dash nice boobs Saddle Ranch number. You're like, shit, that could be 3.
Yeah. Give me the second one.
Yeah, everyone feels really bad for you, Harry. Okay, got it. So walk me through, like, and when you talk about these businesses, these ideas, these plans and everything, like you've only been out here a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like everyone would forgive you if everything that's on your like current like bucket list things to do failed. Yeah. Like you're in like trying mode. Like what are you trying to be adventurous about right now?
So I have a sunglass brand. We're working on a sex toy brand. I've got a clothing brand.
Go back to sex toy brands.
Sex toy down.
Yeah, go to sex toy brands.
Yeah, tell them about it.
No, it's
in the works.
It's in the works. It's still.
You gonna call it the Jowsey?
Still figuring it out. No. It's like we're like working with my friends who help with my OnlyFans, so it's gonna be really good. But we're still trying to figure out the details. Like the stuff's really nice, but I yet to use that. But anyway, so the sunglass brand, clothing brand. There's this. There's the podcast we're working on, but there's this. The one that I'm like my passion project is this subscription box called Universe. What I found when I was depressed from the breakup and also in quarantine, that I just sat around and I was sad and I didn't have anything to do but think about myself. So what we're doing is we're creating this subscription box where it's like your daily ritual kit, where there's eye masks that you put on, and little goes under there. And
the little jellies.
Yeah, no, it has like words on it. So it's like, it's a jelly, but it has a paper on the outside.
Ooh.
So it will say like balance or whatever. And then we have our big box that's like iridescent on the inside. You open it up and there's your daily ritual card. It's called the universe, but it's in it, you have a little ritual card. So you open it up and you're like, cool. So today my card is balance. And then it has like this little thing that you fill in the blanks with the word that you have on your thing. There's a mirror there and you can sit and like read it to yourself. Like, today I'm balanced. Today I feel this. And it's just like putting those positive affirmations out. But on top of that, because I'm starting to really tap into my spiritual side, and some dudes think this stuff's weird, but like the crystals and stuff
Fuck
like that.
those dudes. Oh, crystals? No, it's weird.
Yeah. I was waiting for that. No, but so like crystals and going kind of down that path, because I really like took a deep dive in my brain. So that one's really exciting. I'm really excited to learn about that, because I've found that if I can use my platform to create a product that can come to people every month and make people feel a little bit better and sit down and meditate and like have time for themselves. Like my business partner, his mom is a shaman.
Oh shit.
And I've like sat down with her many times. I've had to pull my cards, and it's so weird, because the friendship shit that you said before about being in LA, I was going through like this weird little weird patch, and I'm like, hey, I'm confused. I'm with this girl, things aren't working out. My friends are starting to drop off. I don't know what to do. And she just read it. She told me exactly what's happening. She told me like what to do and how to go through it, and everything worked out. And I'm like, shit. And then she told me what was to come. So I'm like, all right, you sold me. So we're getting her involved. We're going to create this app on the back end of it where, and this hasn't been done before, so please, no one steal my ideas.
We need to trademark this shit right now.
We're copywriting right now.
Yeah,
We're putting it
yeah.
It's going to a tangible medium. So Harry he's already doing this.
Yes.
Go.
Yes.
You're good. Yeah.
So we're going to create this app where you can write what's going on in your life. Like, shit, like my dog died. I'm really sad.
Oh, fuck.
You shoot it out to the universe, right? Then someone in Australia can sit on their app and they can read it. Like, oh shit, I feel bad for this person. So I'm going to click on their profile or click on their message. We still haven't developed the interface. It's just an idea. And hold on to their name and send them a vibration. So you're at home and you feel
For customer number one.
Yeah, I'm sold. I'm in.
But no, we want it to be like free, and we want it to like help people.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there and you're
Got
like,
it. Advertising driven. Got
you're
it.
like sad, and then you feel a little vibration. You're like, shit, like I just got one vibration, then another person will send another one, and you put it on your clip. No, I'm joking.
I was gonna say, and then it goes back to that second
Now we have a
person.
DIY vibrator.
I get it, yeah.
But no, what we're trying to achieve is we're just trying to make people feel like they're not alone. Like there's shit that's going on.
Right.
You know, obviously people are going to be sad, and there's serious shit that needs like genuine like help. We're going to have like helplines and stuff on there, but that's our goal. Like that's my biggest thing, is if I can use like a little slice of my time in this spotlight to create something that's going to benefit people longer than I'm around, then that's all I could ask for.
Isn't it fucking insane? Just to like 23?
Yeah.
I just feel like
What were you doing at 23?
No, I actually have a wire.
Well,
I was telling people to say.
when I was all the other shit he's doing right now, just without the business side.
Without
yeah.
the good side.
Yeah.
No, I love that though. I mean, I talk about mental health super openly, and I totally agree. I think that there are so many people who need to be reminded that they're not alone, and just the acknowledgement of needing positivity and having a connection with other people who are also looking for that.
Well, I think also a lot of guys are afraid to look vulnerable, or
For sure.
and this world where even starting that conversation is more difficult than the conversation itself. And so trying to find that balance is, I mean, like the amount of dudes like they're like, oh, I would have never thought he was so happy and this and that, and like hangs himself.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. You're like, oh, no, not that guy. No, he would never. It's like, no, because like he didn't know how to like start that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys are notoriously bad for that.
Yeah.
We're
it's
bad at
horrible.
talking in general.
And that's
Yeah.
the thing is like I grew up with that happening all around me. Like I've had a handful of friends drop off because of that type of stuff. So it's genuinely a horrible feeling when you get that call or when you hear about that stuff. It's just like a gut wrenching thing. So if I could do something with the time, the audience, and the money that I have, that's the goal. Is to,
Well, you're 23. You got a lot of fucking time.
yeah.
But isn't it tough? Like, I mean, how much do you feel like there's a constant like, oh, if I don't stay relevant, it'll be gone tomorrow?
There is that, and I had that mindset. I was really struggling with that for a minute because I realized, you know, reality TV stars, we have a month where we're hot as fuck, and then we dwindle off after a year.
Right.
But I was very blessed that I just doubled down on TikTok and other platforms. So people don't know if they don't know where they know me from. They just know me.
Yeah.
And I was being out. I was being seen. So every time there's like paparazzi, they ask me a question. So I'm very blessed that I did my networking for the 6 months, because it hasn't even been a year that I've had like this little platform. But now I'm like focusing on the bigger picture. I'm like, okay, well, what are the A-listers doing? They're not out every day. They're not doing this stuff. So, okay, I need to take a step back, and I don't need to put that much time and energy into that stuff because it's not beneficial. It's just me feeding some sort of like little, narcissism inside where I go and get a photo and feel good about myself.
Yeah, but like there's somebody who said mental health about like whether or not that's good for your career and shit.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you have just like, okay, I scratch that itch.
Yeah.
And like, I hurt anybody.
Well, my thing is I'm trying to do more legit PR instead of like, my goal is to be on the cover of Men's Health and GQ. That's one of my top.
You don't want to
goals.
be photographed in front of Saddle Ranch anymore?
No, I'm kind of pulling away from that. Maybe I'll do the shoot for that there.
Right. We'll do the cover of
Kevin
GQ
Wong.
at Kevin Wong. Yeah, let's
Me
go.
on the ball in a suit, looking back.
That's where you got your roots right there.
Yeah, with my Margaret. But I hired a publicist and a team where we're working towards that and being a little bit more like solidified and a little bit more legit, because that's what I don't have. And that's what I realized that a lot of TikTokers and influencers don't have, is they don't have like the ground roots. Like they don't have the grassroots sorted because they're not thinking about, okay, how do I become a little bit more mainstream, a little bit more like indented in people's lives? And that's how you go about that.
Meanwhile, all A-list celebrities are trying to be more digital.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
It's always trying to do the crossover. I think you've done a really, really good job of transitioning over from like Netflix reality TV star over into like very mainstream.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, like I haven't
Now
watched
I'm going
any
to porn star.
Right, exactly. Like I haven't watched any of the shows that you're on, but I know your name.
Wow.
And like
Thank
I'm
you.
a boring 9-to-5 dude that works in tech. So
Oh,
like
thank
if I
you.
know your name, you
Because
have
I'm DMing your girlfriend.
no, get in there. That'd be great. Yeah, got it. Yeah, because I fucked your bitch. Yeah, that'll do it. No, I just you've reached some level of beyond. I don't use TikTok, so like you've broken out of it a little bit. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. That's
He
awesome.
literally, I send him so many funny TikToks throughout the day.
I like how I have to bring myself down to
And-
really make that compliment make sense.
What? That you don't, we don't watch any TikTok. And so anyway, so I send him TikToks all day long until I've come to the point now where I'll screenshot the funniest part of the TikTok. So it's a photo that I'll send him, and he still doesn't even react to it. And it's fucking rude.
Wow.
Oh, whatever.
It's fucking
That is
rude.
rude. That is very rude.
Thank you.
This is
Thank
what a
you,
relationship
Harry.
looks like.
Thank
She
you
sends
so
me
much.
TikToks. I don't watch them.
Yeah.
That is our love language, and it's failing.
It's
Yeah.
working just fucking fine.
It's failing.
It's fine.
It's failing.
We have a cute dog.
Yeah.
A successful podcast.
Respond to my
mansion.
TikToks.
Anyway, okay, got it. All right, Lauren, go ahead. Get in there.
About what?
I want you to ask the questions that the 27-year-old badass female in Iowa wants to hear from Harry.
Favorite sex toy? Since now
perfect.
you're a man of the business.
Yes. I love WeVibe. Have you used them?
Yes. Does it come in different shapes?
No.
Wait.
So WeVibe's really good because it's like I'm most like I love. There's like this one called the Satisfy, which is really good for women because it uses like sound waves on your clit, and
Sound waves?
it's like it's like a little sound
And
wave.
could you do that hand motion one more time?
I'm trying to like do it because I can feel it in my head.
Everyone just do that. Yeah, this is it.
That one's called the Satisfy, and I know for a fact like every person that I either get for or use
Field
on,
study.
The Satisfier.
Field
Hang on.
study.
Googling,
it
Googling,
like
Googling.
really fucks them up because it legit just hones in and just sits right around the clit, and it just gives like a little sucking motion on it and really fucks them up.
Oh, it's the one that's got the little sucky thing on it. Yeah.
But the best one for couples that I've found is the WeVibe. It's a little clip that you put
Nope.
in.
No.
No?
No. No.
Oh, wait, did we try this one?
Remember? It was it's
Is it the dick vibrating? Is it the dick
Because-
ring that's got the vibrator thing on it?
Nah, I don't like that either.
is it,
No, this one's
Oh, this one.
WeVibe. Yeah, no, it's really good because it sits on their clit nice, but also when the clip goes in, it hits their G spot and it's all vibrating. But as a guy, like it's obviously a little bit of a tight squeeze, but you cover your dick up in lube. You go in and legit, like I've had some of the best nuts in my entire life. Like I'm not pulling out, but like make sure that everything's like taken care of. But every time that I've used that, whenever I'm with a partner or whatever, like it legit, like we always come at the same time. It's a really good time. It's insane.
And to be fair, when you single sex, all over the map.
Yeah,
and
that's
usually,
so true.
And usually bad.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I don't.
All my single sex has been
But I
garbage.
think all my single sex when I was single, especially drunk, was just like, it was
Yeah.
more about the chase than it was the actual sex itself.
Right.
Guys are really bad about that.
That's what I hate. I hate one night stands because it's very selfish. Like we're just in there to pound away, and then like wrap it up. But when you're with someone and you care about them, you care about like how it affects them and what goes through and like the emotions. The only time I've used, actually no, it was one night stand.
So you just come strapped with this thing?
I was like, oh no, that was a threesome. No,
You like on a keychain? Like you just walk in with this
yeah,
thing?
It's actually at my house. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, the whole time, yeah. No, I went to a sex store with these two girls after a breakup and I was very sad.
Oh,
and,
no,
and then
yeah.
I bought them everything and I was like, let's go home and figure it out.
You sound
Oh
really
my god,
sad.
do like a sex toy daddy. Like that's like sugar daddy, but
Yeah,
like sex toy
legit.
pleasure
I
chest
had
daddy.
this girl flying in and I was like, what's your favorite color?
And by this girl flying in, you flew a girl in.
No,
Okay.
not at all. Someone else did.
Just sneaking on their investment.
Yeah, of course. Biggest ROI. So she came in and I was like, what's your favorite color? And she said, I like pink. And I'm like, I bought the sex toy, but every single color just for that moment.
How romantic.
I felt like a god. I was like, oh really? This color?
Every
Like,
girl
fucking through the door?
every girl ever that was like, he wants to be happy. It's this and that. Just like, oh, fuck this guy. Never mind. We're back to it.
Yeah. Yeah, if any of these girls are listening, I didn't do it for anyone but you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. There's like 7 girls. Like, I said it was yellow, you fuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Like,
you've done
sorry,
that.
I want the last color. It's orange.
Yeah, right. Like, we only have brown.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so I think we all know how stressful it can be going to the store and trying to pick out a bottle of wine. I know personally, I pick wine because of the label if I don't know what I really want and take the risk of either loving it or hating it. Our next sponsor takes that risk away by helping you skip the store and bring amazing wines right to your door.
Kind of rhymes.
Kind of did rhyme.
Do you think they meant that?
I'm gonna drop a Bright Cellars rap.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay, keep going.
Anyway, copyright infringement. Bright Cellars is a wine subscription service that helps deliver wines matched to your taste. It starts with a 7-question quiz and ends with wine you are guaranteed to like. They do this by using an algorithm based on those questions, bringing new and interesting wines into your life, and each box comes with wine education cards for each bottle that outlines the tasting notes, suggested pairings, best serving temperature, and origin, so everyone can sound like a sommelier.
Bright Cellars matches you to wines from all over the world, curated to your palate. Plus, their customer service is amazing, which you know we appreciate over here. We are big wine drinkers. Their delight guarantee means that if they ship you a bottle you don't love, they'll send a replacement bottle in your next box.
We should probably test that
We should
portion
test
out.
that
Yeah,
feature.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good feature. I've really enjoyed winding down after a long day of emails and filming and knowing I have a new bottle from Bright Cellars I can try.
You mean winding down?
Winding down. Add it to the rap.
Bright Cellars is giving our listeners an exclusive 50% off their first 6-bottle box. 50% off.
That's 3 free bottles. Do the math. 3 free bottles.
You are correct. Just go to brightsellers.com. That's BRIGHT sellers.com/wild. Mango, rosé, pear, eucalyptus, which is your favorite?
I think it's just rose, right? Rose. I love that you're thinking like booze on the brain.
It's not rosé?
I think it's rose, but I'm with you though. Rosé. Rose.
You wouldn't shower with you're going to spoil my punchline
So
here.
sorry.
Anyway, these are just some of the amazing scents available and potentially with a little bit of flourishing from Function of Beauty's customized shampoo and conditioner. Function of Beauty is the world leader in fully customized hair care. It's extremely simple to get started with them, and you will be on your way to achieving the hair that you want.
All you have to do is take their short quiz, and Function of Beauty will create a formula that's specific to your needs. One of the customizable options is which fragrance you want to add to your products. All of them smell so good, and they make your hair smell even better. I'm a mango kind of bitch for sure this month, and maybe newest flavor, rosé. Rosé, maybe?
So you too can try tropical mango, sweet peach, crisp pear, or maybe a subtler scent, such as lavender, rose, and rose and eucalyptus. We get false advertising. God, just wait. If fragrance is not for you, that's okay. You can get unscented as well. Function of Beauty also keeps their products clean from parabens and sulfates. Customers love their products. Just check out their 60 1,000 real 5-star reviews.
Go to functionofbeauty.com/wild9 to take your quiz and save 20% on your first order. That applies to their full range of customized hair, skin, and body products. That's functionofbeauty.com/wild9 to let them know you heard about it here and to get 20% off your order. functionofbeauty.com/wild9. When it comes to car and home insurance, don't we deserve better? I know I do. I put my policy to the test and turned to Gabby. They literally stand for Get a Better Insurance.
Maybe don't put it to the test as much as Lauren. But yes, if you needed to. Anyway, so you can get the same coverage that you have, but at a better price by turning to Gabby. They do a real and thorough comparison between plans and companies to find the best price and plan for you. Use your current insurance information to get started, and in just minutes, you'll be able to see quotes for the exact same coverage you currently have. Plus, it's free, and who doesn't love free?
Gabby customers save $961 per year on average. Gabby is so easy to use. All you have to do is log on, fill out some information about your current insurance carrier, and then Gabby will compare rates to show you if you have the best deal or not. It takes about 5 minutes of your time and is so worth it. We love saving money, and I'm sure you do too. So guys, run, don't walk, and check out Gabby.
Put your policy to the test like we did and get a better insurance with Gabby. It's totally free to check out, and there's no obligation. Go to Gabby.com/wild. That's GABI.com/wild. Gabby.com/wild.
We tried that sex toy.
I didn't like it.
We didn't like it. It was
Which
like
one?
exactly that one. That one. Exactly you said though. It was a tight squeeze.
This one?
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tight
It was-
squeeze situation was not it for us.
Obviously it's very slow. It takes a bit of time to get in.
Yeah.
And you're not pounding away.
Yeah.
It's like very slow and sensual.
Keep going, Lauren. These are good.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to rally here for like the 20-something-year-olds that had a crush on you on Too Hot to Handle. A little
It's
footsie
fine.
moment.
That's fine. This is good for the Instagram.
This is so nice.
Perfect.
That's so
How's your
nice.
do you know what your what's the feet score? The wiki feet.
Oh yeah, what's your WikiFeet score?
Someone tweeted at me and said I'm wanking to your feet on WikiFeet. I didn't know
Really?
what that is. I
Okay,
don't know
let's
how to
see.
feel about it.
Let's see. Harry Jowsey.
Let's look, yeah. Any guesses?
Yeah, what's your? You get 5 stars, so it's out of 5 stars.
I don't think I've ever posted my feet.
Oh no,
Well,
no! People
no.
find your feet in every photo you've ever posted, and post it on.
way.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're about to die.
Let's look. I need you to guess.
Take a guess.
6.
Do you have bad feet?
It's out of 5.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay,
So
6.
that's really good feet.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Hit go.
I know. I'm.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah, Harry Jowsey's feet.
Here
No
we go.
way.
Here we go.
Yeah. Hold on.
This is pretty good.
Wow.
A 4.89 out of 5.
no way.
That's
Are you offended or are you okay
how
with
do
that?
how do I bump it up? Do I paint my?
I mean 4. It's
my
fine.
tail-
When you round it, it goes to
Oh
Oh my God,
4.5.
you would not believe how many pictures. Oh, that's just a foot pic.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What else is in there?
Take a look. This is what I'm saying though, that WikiFeet people will find photos.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no way!
And right now, if you go and
No
video people,
way!
we're gonna scroll to the right. We're just gonna go down, okay? And editor, if we can just slowly, and then we're gonna go. Let's click on a photo.
Isn't it creepy how they single your feet out
Yeah.
in photos that have feet in them?
They screenshotted the show.
Yeah, they sure
Yeah.
Hey, WikiFeet. I'm not fetish shaming. I love you guys. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'll send you guys some photos of my feet.
I mean, it's kind of a flex when you have a good WikiFeet score. Gonna be honest.
Don't lie to someone with a foot fetish if you're not gonna do it.
Actually, I don't mind feet myself.
Really?
I accidentally fell into putting a foot in my mouth when I was having sex one time.
Accidentally fell.
Have you tried it? Have you tried it?
Put a foot in my mouth?
Like sucking someone's toes.
Not ironically.
Okay. That's how I looked. I was like, would never do it. But I was with this girl and she hurt her foot and I was like, oh, I'll kiss it better. And then she's like, okay. And then I was like kissing, playing, like being silly. And then I started sucking on her toes and she's like, oh, I really like that. And I was like,
You're like, I really like that too.
no, it was just because she was getting so turned on. So
Okay.
I was like playing with her toes and then like sucking on her toes and stuff like that and like licking her feet. And I was like, because she got very nice feet anyway, so whatever. But she was getting like so turned on.
No shit.
And then we started having sex, like because I'm so tall, I was fucking her and I had her leg completely straight and her foot in my mouth. And like I was like sitting there like spinning on it, like massaging her foot, like kissing it. And it's like, and we both came with her foot in my mouth.
So you've come with a foot in your mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or was it up your ass?
No, that was the other foot. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Boomerang
We said
around.
yoga sex.
Boomerang around. Yeah. Set the whole toes.
Wow.
It was bizarre because I've never done that before, and she laughed at me after. She's like, "Oh, you got a foot fetish," but genuinely didn't mind it. I think my thing is like if they're having a good time, like, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
But I just wouldn't knock it till you try it. Like, don't sit there and like think about it too much. Just start sucking on toes.
I need you to know right now that I'm not flexible enough for us to have sex and my foot to be in your mouth.
Oh no, my foot's in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
The
love
fuck?
that. That's
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice. We actually have a friend who has a foot fetish, like fully has a foot fetish.
And you know how every guy describes the foot fetish? I'm not like against feet. No, it's like I'm not really like. What,
and
whatever you
again,
just
we're
said?
not
Yeah.
we're not fetish shaming at all.
Oh
But
no, we're into
we love that he
we're
loves
into
feet.
any healthy fetish. Any fetish doesn't hurt anybody else.
Yeah.
We support this house.
There's actually a very big rapper that I was hooking up with, one of the girls from the threesome. And he's so into feet that she would, he would just look at her feet like beat off, but like she would lay down and like have to put her, like lay down completely flat on the floor with her face down and have her legs bent and her feet just like over her a little bit. Like, you know how you,
Yeah.
and he would just sit there and like
Sit
touch
there
her and
and-
just beat off, which
Wow. Okay.
wow.
I don't think our friend is that.
No.
No.
Well, he hasn't told us.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
you never know
You're
behind
right.
closed doors,
Behind
like,
closed
you never
doors.
know
Yeah,
what's
you're
going
so
on.
right. You're so right.
Wow.
Which is very interesting. Like, and I'll probably get to that stage at one point.
Right. Yeah. I
'cause-
thought like 25 or 26.
yeah, or 24.
Right.
I'm
Yeah, right.
saying
Could be
that
next year. Yeah,
month,
2022.
Wow.
But I thought it was very bizarre, but hats off to him. Like,
I mean, listen, whatever gets you going.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
you shouldn't do? Live life without doing it to foot if you like feet.
yeah.
That's the only way that you
I
can do it
always say
wrong.
try something once.
Yeah, like ketamine.
Yeah. Never again.
Well, I went in the first time on purpose. The second time was an accident.
Yeah.
And then never again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try things twice.
How long was your K-hole?
I didn't get to that point. I did it once, but it was like I felt like it was so sick, like I was gonna vomit, and I had to go get my friend who was at the gate, and I was like trying to get there, and I couldn't, and I was like, shit, like this isn't good. And my friend's like, how good is it? It's a good time, because I feel like people are either like really with K, like they'll sell it to you till the fucking sun goes down, or they're completely
You haven't
against
tried
it.
K? Oh, you got to try. Oh, bro, you love it.
It's bizarre. It's like a cultural movement. You're either completely with it or against it. Yeah. And I did, and mind you, this was a long time ago.
Been a long time ago. What do you mean, a year?
Well, longer. Yeah, longer. When I was in England.
Oh, okay.
And then I was trying to get my friend from the gate, and I was just stumbling around. I was so bad. I was so disorientated. I fucking hated it. I hate when I don't have control of anything. So
Well, you're a big dude to not have control. Like, you're a liability. If you fall on someone the wrong way, you're killing somebody.
yeah.
That's
Small
Jeremy
child.
when he's drunk too. Is like his biggest fall when he's drunk is that he's forgets how heavy and large
Yeah.
he is.
Can you imagine if just the three of us went out, we both got shit faced? And you had
I'd
to,
be
like,
dead. Both of you would kill me. I'd be squashed on the sidewalk underneath
That
one
would
of your
actually
shoes.
be hilarious.
No, it'd be fantastic. Okay. All right. So, rapid fire. What is the thing that you hate most about living in America?
How dirty it is and polluted.
Ooh, that's not what I would have thought.
Yeah.
I mean, New
don't-
Zealand is so clean and beautiful.
We're beautiful over there. Like, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get anyone pissed off, but I just think that, and I've also fallen into this trap. I've told myself when I move to America, I'm not going to use single-use plastics. I'm going to be very focused on not having a big environmental footprint.
Single
But
use what?
Plastics?
plastics.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I heard butt sticks and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
those as
sorry.
well.
Yeah, single use. Yeah, those have to be washable.
But it's it's so easy to fall into that trap here because everything comes in like single-use plastic. So I've just been more mindful of what I consume and how I consume it. Because I just feel horrible when I'm walking on the streets, because when I first moved to LA and Los Angeles, I'm like, wow, this is where movies are made. This is where dreams come true. And then you go down
and those
Venice.
are heroin needles.
Yeah, you go down Venice, it's like heroin needles. There's people like talking to trees and like yelling at coconuts. And you're like, you know what? Like, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. So that was kind of the biggest slap in the face.
Was that your first impression of LA? You were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, wow, like this isn't how the movies, like it was obviously insane. I'm like, wow, I'm in LA, but coming off the airport, I'm like, this isn't how
Same.
how I feel it is. Yeah.
There's also like those tar pits when you come from the from
La Brea.
LAX. Yeah. No, not those ones. The one like super close to the airport. There's like one exit that takes you by all of these
it's
like
going down La
oil thingies, and you like leave the airport and you're like, oh my god, like where the fuck am I?
It's so sad. That's the biggest thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a very media trained answer, but I
Sorry,
appreciate it.
I ruined your rapid fire that wasn't so rapid now.
No, I wanted it. Like, that's not the answer I was thinking of. I'm like, okay, got it. No,
What
I'll
did you
take
think I was
that.
going to say? Not using condoms?
No. It's
That's my America.
yeah, that's Lauren's America. Okay, got it. And pandemic's lifted tomorrow. You can fly the fuck anywhere. Where do you want to go?
Is it?
Well,
No. I have
you go, really?
I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, well, no, it's not. But let's say it was.
I want to go home and see mom.
Okay, but of course, that's number one. That's number one.
Okay, I got that.
Okay, so this is why we're not getting a girlfriend.
And he said he wanted to go study in Italy.
Read books,
And,
learn the culture, the language.
No, I would really just love to travel through Europe again and spend some time finding myself a little bit more because I feel like LA is a bit of a bubble and I haven't had a chance to get outside of it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely it's a bubble.
Yeah.
Sex with American girls versus everywhere. Well, because I mean, you've been Europe, New Zealand, and Australia. So what's the give us the gamut.
This is good.
Buckle up, adjust shirt.
This is gonna be the clip at the beginning of the episode. Yeah. Bam.
Okay. I think that now I know what I'm doing. And now I know what I like, right?
Okay.
Right.
Like, whereas before when I was younger, I was 18 and 19, like the sex would be over in a fight in this week.
Yeah.
Like it would be done. But now I know what I enjoy. And I feel like in this city, especially, I feel like in America, people are a little bit more sexually fluid, right? Where I'm
Definitely.
from. And people are like, no, I don't do that because this person's going to find out, this person's going to judge me. And this and that. People don't really give a fuck here, which is awesome.
Well, in LA, that's not always the case. If you just
the rest of the states
if you're
is
in
not
Los
like
Angeles,
that,
you start going east, it becomes less that way. But yes,
Yeah. Well, I think that like being here and like being open to more experiences and people being open minded a little bit. Like small town vibes. People find out. People get sad and people get annoyed. But here, people like it's good because you get to learn new things, new experiences, and everything like that. So I think America and Canada is
Canada good. That's good.
But my top two people that I've ever had sex with were both Australian. Like that shit was insane.
Huh. Okay, so Aussies first.
Have I hooked up with an Australian girl?
Well, I just think, population wise, America's the best. But my two best favorites ever. It was mainly because like with my ex from Australia, we were at Catch here in LA because she came and visited me. And I saw Anderson .Paak and I freaked out. I was like, no way, it's Anderson fucking .Paak. She said, I have no idea who that is. And I took her back to the hotel, blasted his music on that, and fucked the absolute guts out of her to it. And that is my
beautiful moment.
For me, that was like,
For you was a beautiful moment.
This is number one.
Every Australian girl he hooked up with was thinking that there was going to be a story about how they were the best
It was
sex.
them. Yeah.
And then everyone besides that one girl's like,
Well, no, we'll leave that one other Australian story a mystery so that the other Australian girls can.
I'll tell it.
No.
Oh, well, fuck it. Yeah, go off.
Fine,
go off.
So I was traveling back from New Zealand, and this girl's actually like Latina Australia, which is very rare, super rare. And she just had a high sexual energy, which is awesome, and I really fucking love that.
Yeah.
And we hung out at a hotel, we were just having sex all afternoon. The conversation sucked; it didn't go anywhere. But I was so exhausted that I fell asleep, and I woke up, and she took like videos of like me asleep with her booty in my face and stuff like that. But I woke up to her giving me head, just sucking my dick, and I was like, no way, no one's ever done this before. No one's ever done it since. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just like a heavy sleeper with it, just like trying to wake me up with it. But for me, I was like looking at that and I was like, damn, like she was so insanely gorgeous. She was exotic looking. It was like both those girls were very exotic looking. It was like insane. It blew my mind. But just the sexual energy and chemistry was just so high and it was just perfect. But
see, that's the experience you have to have when you're single, because I think Lauren knows what would happen if like I was.
We literally have talked about this before. Like if I tried to wake Jeremy up with head right now or like tomorrow
Punch in the
morning,
face.
Black eye.
punch me in the fucking
Black eye.
face. Just absolutely just.
really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you just be like, oh,
Like,
I'm
what's this dog
sleeping.
doing?
I'm
What the fuck
sleeping.
you doing? Yeah, that's something. I think everyone should have that experience 37 times over. So by the time they get in a relationship, they don't have to go like, "Ah, I wonder.
I
what
wish
it'd
I
be
get
like."
woken up with head
Yeah.
right now.
See, it's not an everyday thing. Like I wouldn't wake up and be like, oh shit, oh fuck, it's you again. Like I wouldn't be like excited. It was just like a very like heated afternoon. It was a good way to wake up after a nap.
A good way to wake up after a nap.
Yeah, that's much nicer than like the iPhone charm of the alarm.
No, all 14 guys that watch the podcast, like, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
They're like goals.
Oh, nice way to open a map. Forgot it. Cool. Okay, got it. Okay, what would you cancel Old Harry for?
Oh shit. Cancel old Harry for. I was gonna.
I feel like you have a list of things running
Yeah,
through your
you're
mind
like,
right now. I know.
I I feel like I made a fuck ton of mistakes.
That's all right. Cancel
awesome.
it. Cancel yourself for it.
I wouldn't, because I really learned a lot about myself and how I react to situations. If I didn't go to England and travel through Europe and learn that I was actually being a fuckhead and a piece of shit, like I'd go out trying to find a fight, like trying to fight someone.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I was that guy.
But
Like,
that shit's in you, though. You know what I mean? Like I don't think you learn that. I think you're born with that, and I think you got to like keep that person away.
I think there's where in Australia there's like a rugby culture, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
no one has guns. Like no one's gonna get killed. So if it's a fist fight, we know we're gonna go home.
Right.
No, it's gonna be fine. But so we kind of like had that, and I was kind of blessed that when I went to Europe, my friends pulled me up like, "Hey, no, that person has a fucking machete."
Oh,
that person.
right.
Oh,
and then we
right.
saw someone get murdered, and I was like, you know what? This isn't.
Maybe this isn't the smartest move.
Yeah. So what would I cancel myself for? Probably being an arrogant piece of shit and thinking that I had the world sorted and everything like figured out, and just being a dick to girls.
That's not pretty mature by 23.
Yeah. I didn't get that at 23.
I just think that when I was in high school and when I was 18 and 19, I just didn't give a fuck about anyone. And I was in like that's why I was getting kicked out of all these places, and I just didn't care.
Right.
I'm like, whatever, cool. Like I'm going to be that piece of shit kid. And, you know, when it came to girls, like I just really didn't think about how what I was doing was affecting them. You know, like I had this one girl that I was mad for. She told me she had an abortion, and that really spun me out, because like I was sleeping with whoever, what was going on. I personally don't believe it was true, because she really fumbled up the facts and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. That still really was like a pinnacle point for me and for her for sure, where I really sat down. I was like, okay, well, I took her virginity. I took her best friend's virginity, and I was like fucking all her friends.
That went from really sweet to slightly less sweet.
No, but because that was the thing, is I was in this stage where I was just like, cool, I'm gonna sleep with whoever, let's do whatever. I don't really care. Like, okay, it's at the expense of their happiness, whatever, don't care. And then this shit happened, and it really slowed me down. I was like, man, like that's fucking horrible. Like that's actually a really, really sad and scary moment that someone has to go through, especially alone. And I told her, I was like, look, like why didn't you tell me? She's like, well, I was afraid. It was just, that's probably what I'd cancel myself for, is just being reckless and not giving a fuck. But I feel like I needed that to get to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Because it made me take a step back and realize that people's happiness, other people's happiness is more valuable than my own. I
just feel like too, it's like cause and effect. You know what I mean? Like your actions have impact on other people. We've talked about this before, but like, not to say that like you shouldn't have fucked around and been reckless and stuff, but like you said, like you have to learn from it. And so I think like we've talked about so much is that like, if you need to be selfish and spend more time being selfish, like you need to spend time being selfish to get that out of your system and learn whatever you need to learn from it before you try and involve anyone else.
But there's a method of being selfish, but still figuring out how to be communicative. In
Yeah.
the sense that like, I am putting myself first right now, and this is what putting myself first is. That being said, you can put yourself first and still take care of other people and look after their feelings.
Yeah.
But you have to be honest with yourself first before you can even remotely be honest with anybody else.
Yeah.
Yep.
That shit fucking hard.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking hard.
But learn from Harry's mistakes.
Yeah, no, that's why I love talking about it. Is because I want, young Harry sitting there like at home trying to figure it out and like what's going on, just to take a step back and like, number one, communicate with yourself and spend time with yourself. That's one of the biggest things. The biggest things for me is I always self-reflect. Like after this, I'll drive home and I'll just be thinking about everything that's said and like, is it good? Is it bad? What's going on in here? Because I'm very like free flowing when it comes to like conversation, stuff like that. Like I'll just say exactly how I feel, what goes on, and then I go home and reflect about it. So yeah, I guess communicate with yourself, communicate with your partner, and like just give yourself time. Like that's the biggest thing is just
Big. Give yourself time.
Yeah.
Everyone wants shit now, today. I want results.
I have a less deep question, not to move us away from this. I love this.
Do it.
What does your dream girl look like? But not look like even just physically, but like look like in terms of like the other stuff. I feel like you're jizzing right now just thinking about it. Like what's happening over there?
He's like, the toenails.
There's this one girl on
Oh
TikTok.
God.
Oh shit! I can't wait till. Are you gonna drop her name?
I
Or?
can't say her name.
Don't drop the name.
No.
No, she's okay,
Show us after. Show us after.
She's engaged to a very famous boxer.
That's okay. Things are getting tougher.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
Really?
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
She's like brown hair. She's gorgeous. She's exotic.
We'll talk about this after.
Yeah. I feel like I definitely have like where I grew up, everyone's like freckly and like light eyes and light hair. So I find like exotic, like Mediterranean, like European looking girls or Latinas, like very interesting and like very gorgeous and very stunning. But I personally think I'm gonna go home and marry an Australian. Like I just feel like that's how it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, that's so interesting.
Because I just feel like the drive and hustle from the people where I'm from and not knocking anyone here, but I just feel like the people that I've dated in this scene and in this city, the drive isn't necessarily there. It's more so like, what can people do for me, or how can other people do that for me?
Yeah.
Whereas when I meet like British girls or like people from back home in Australia, it's like, okay, well, we're working hard, like we're doing this is our job, and we have this business and stuff like that. And I get really turned on by that mindset and people who have their shit together. That's why I was when I don't want to name drop her, but when I was seeing Julie Rose, I was so turned on by how motivated she was and how passionate she was about her company.
Right.
She's so passionate about her company and making it go public and stuff like that. And I think that was one of the cool, that relationship made me realize like, that's the shit that matters. Someone who's focused on their future will do anything to make it big and to make their dreams come true. And that's the shit that matters. Not someone who's worrying what 60-year-old man will buy them a Birkin.
Well, also like,
but also
looks are
like
gonna fade.
No. She needs but like a boss ass bitch who can buy her own Birkin.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I found.
Yeah.
You could buy a Birkin.
I could buy it. Yeah, we're not going to buy a Birkin.
We should not buy Birkins.
No, we're not going to buy
I think they're a waste of fucking money.
They're such a waste of money. Yeah.
Name sponsoring this podcast, waste of fucking money.
Yeah.
But Birkin, there's a price.
Now, if you were to sponsor this podcast, yeah, we could talk about it.
Yeah. We talk about how good they are.
Yeah, Harry would actually come up with his own line. It'd be fantastic. Yeah. Birkin
boys.
sex toys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Can
no,
hang off your clit.
Birkin bag with the little clip attached as a
Now we're getting
keychain.
somewhere.
Yeah, there you
Okay,
go.
got
There's
it.
the collab of the year.
Well, I have one more question before I want to wrap this up, whatever. But before I say that, I think, and this is just my own personal experience, and the reason that I was, when I was researching for this podcast last night, literally I watched, 5-10 minutes of like 3 or 4 podcasts, and I was like,
I hate this guy.
I get this guy. I understand.
Really?
I get this guy. It wasn't hater. It was neutral. And I would like to say that everything that I felt just neutral about, I think I was incorrect. I think there's a lot more to you than a lot of people would be able to perceive or pull in just from watching content on it. And I think that you're a much bigger person. And the fact that you're talking more about your mistakes than you are fucking girls is a big indicator for what your future trajectory is. So I think you should be proud of yourself and also continue to hold yourself just as accountable as you are.
Very sweet.
Yeah, but seriously.
Thank you.
Not enough guys say that shit to each other.
That was so nice.
Yeah, that was lovely.
The bromance.
All right,
That's
enough.
so nice.
My last question
This is
is,
why he's such a cunt.
yeah, you fuck. I'm gonna see like some headline in like 2 weeks. Somebody's like, "Is this true?" You piece of shit. No, like, well, I'll fuck up again. It's all good. It just,
No, we will make. That's the greatest thing is I learned when I was younger is I have this tendency to push boundaries.
Yeah.
And then when I find where the boundaries are, I pull back. That was
Right.
the best thing and that my dad ever said to me. So yeah, I guess that's and I'm always gonna make mistakes. It's just how I learn.
Well, everybody does. You just do it on television, and everybody else does it in their town of 19,000 people.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the tough thing, right? You got a lot of aspirations. You got a lot of changing, a lot of exciting things.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that you want everyone watching this podcast to keep you accountable on? What's the thing that you're really, really excited about that you want to call out, put it out there in the world?
Wow.
And then we all get to see, did he do it or did he fuck up?
I'm trying to make my dick grow. No.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd like to actually go 1 inch longer, 1 inch wider.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans and you'll see.
You'll see the journey. All the guys are like, all right, we're back. We're back in there.
Okay. So my biggest goal, my biggest aspiration that I always talk about is I really want to be a positive impact on the world. I don't know how I'm going to do it or how I'm going to go about it, but I just want to be seen as someone, like whether they laugh at me, with me, or whatever goes on. That's been my biggest thing. But my biggest goal right now, or my big 3 goals is I want to be on the cover of GQ.
Yep.
I want to be the cover of Men's Health.
Yep.
Not for my weird nipples.
You got weird
Do you have
nipples?
weird nipples?
Let's see them nipples.
No, they're
Let's see
like,
them nipple. Come on.
Harry, show us a nip.
they're like pepperoni. They're really big.
Oh, fuck off, Harry.
Those are very normal, I
Those
feel
are
like.
great nipples. Come
Do
on
people
now.
bully you for your nipples?
I used to, but hey, I need to finish.
Okay.
Sorry.
So we'll get to the nipple talk after. I bet you got tiny nipples. You got tiny nipples?
I got tiny
They're
nipples.
pretty small, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell
Thanks,
by
man.
men's
Appreciate
nipple. Okay, so I want to be covering GQ, Men's Health, but most importantly, I want to have my own Netflix series, whether that's hosting, whether that's
No
producing.
shit. Okay.
That's my goal is to, because I love Netflix. Like Netflix has given me everything. They're one of the nice, like the people that are involved in Netflix are so lovely. just there's this lady called Jackie Lamarche, best name ever. She has no reason to keep in contact with me and check in, but she does. She's the sweetest little soul.
Shout out Jackie.
Yeah, shout out Jackie.
She's always checking in. She's a darling. So yeah, that's my big three that I really want to achieve before the end of the year. So
I think those are all
Before
super
the
attainable.
end of the year.
Yeah.
You want to get a Netflix series before the end of the year.
yeah.
Where are they?
gonna happen.
We just started Q2, baby. Let's
listen,
go.
I'm not doubting you. What I'm saying
gonna
is
happen.
I was going to ask for a time and you gave me one. So great. We all get to see it.
Yeah, and GQ Men's Health, that's coming for sure.
Yeah, that's attainable for sure.
I spoke to a guy in the gym. He's like, "Oh, if you give me 14K, I'll get you on top of it." And I'm like, "No, no, not like that."
He's saying you can buy yourself onto any cover.
Yeah, I was like, "No, I want
14 grand? Really?
Yeah.
I know a girl that just bought herself onto a cover for 12.
But it's in like Istanbul. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
And
L.
nothing against Istanbul.
no,
And real quick, have you ever been to Latvia?
no.
Say hi to Latvia.
I love you.
Yeah. we have a special place in our heart for Latvia.
Really?
Latvia, Australia, well, actually Tasmania. So it's fine. And that's not part of your part. India, Brazil.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out Brazil. I got so many Brazilian followers.
Shout out Brazil.
Brazil's the best. I can't wait to go out.
Okay, and so, but when you say GQ, you mean GQ.
Like, I mean GQ. Like,
Right.
Either it's Australia or the US. I don't care as long as that's happening.
I cannot wait to when we have you on again after you've done it, and you can tell us what the next goal is.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's exciting.
Be on the back of it, like, please hire me. Like, in the back pages.
Anybody,
The back
anybody,
pages.
please. All right, any questions for us? We just put you through the ringer
Yeah, we
for
just
an hour
grilled you
straight.
for like an hour straight.
Yeah.
How do you guys keep like a successful relationship? That's because you guys are working together now, and that shit's hard, right? There's
I
a lot
mean,
of-
I'm just so easygoing.
Here we fucking go.
And, I mean,
why did you get prepared for this?
No. I'm just. Jeremy's a salesman, and so like
I can tell.
he's a salesman, right?
Do you sell houses as well?
No, just
You can sell me anything.
I mean, you want to
He
buy a
can
house?
sell you
I would
anything.
like to sell you a house.
He can sell you anything. So
Yeah,
he's a salesman. And so like not only does he fight like a salesman, which makes me fucking irate. There's nothing worse than fighting with a salesman. Don't date anyone that's in sales.
Yeah, definitely don't date anybody in sales.
Yeah, I was gonna date him anyway.
Yeah, well,
It's taken.
you never know. So I would say the reason I think that we're successful, at least to today, Lauren is innately talented, gifted, and enjoys doing all the things that I am worst at.
Perfect.
And we kind of like naturally pick up on the things that the other person does that doesn't want or doesn't do well. And on top of that, we value the same shit.
Yeah.
And it sounds stupid, but it's like, if my favorite color is blue, I don't like eating mushrooms, and I love my mother. If the person you're with thinks all those things are stupid, like everything else is clouded. And like those are stupid examples, but it's just like we have this weird thing where like we actually respect each other for the things that we innately respect.
Yeah.
That's my thought anyway.
Good answer. I thought it was gonna be much more salesy and bullshitty. That's why I like got into position.
Yeah, you were ready
I was
to
like,
kick him in the
let's
fucking
fucking
head.
go. Like, what are you about to lay on
What's
me?
your fucking answer?
No, I mean, ditto. Same answer.
Do you guys communicate a lot? Do you talk about shit or you,
Oh, yeah.
you
yeah,
like
yeah,
run
yeah.
away?
No. We're super communicative.
That's the biggest issue is when people get insecure and like
Yeah, but like you can't.
We're both like also too. I think that we
You're
both
adults.
have almost that, and then also zero jealousy. Neither of us are
I like
jealous
that.
people, and I think it's a really good match in terms of
that's why
like.
you didn't get mad that I sent her the dick pics before.
No, it was great. Yeah.
You know, we actually shared them together.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that was your asshole.
Yeah, that was my.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
I was worried why I was hairy.
Well, you know, you never know.
But yeah, no, I think we talk about shit. And we're not jealous, and we
Do you have a lot of friends? Like, do you guys go hang out with your friends and shit?
yeah, we have a lot of group like joint group friends too, and we have a
Yeah.
good time. A lot of
Ooh.
other friends.
Do you
What?
spend time with your friend groups apart? That's what I
Yeah.
That's what I've found in relationships and shit that really sucks is when you get in a relationship and then you only hang out with that person.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
and
no,
you
no,
burn
no.
those bridges.
No.
No,
But also like none of this shit would have been like timing's everything with this. Like none of this was something that I think we could have done either one of us 5-6 years ago.
Oh no, for sure not.
Yeah. I needed to get like fuck everything, get engaged, break out, suck. Same thing with you. Like,
Spoiler alert, I'm not the one he got engaged to.
yeah, it wasn't her.
Was not me.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, thank you. J14 is going to be all over that now. But no, it's just like timing.
Yeah, timing's everything for sure.
So you'll find Mrs. or Mr. Right eventually. It'll be great. Don't count anybody out.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
LA is fluid.
Have you guys got any couples advice or final advice for the people?
Oh yeah. If you see Harry run,
Yeah.
he's not ready yet.
He's not ready.
He's not ready yet.
Super glue your pussy close.
Yeah. Harry's gonna be so good for someone in 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even 2.
That's horrible.
What do you mean?
I'm trying now.
No, you're not.
I am.
You are trying right now?
I can't tell you the last time I had sex. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago.
That's just depressing. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I just think that I won't find it here.
You could find her
You
here.
can find it here, but you're totally right though. You have to sift through some like LA trash
Yeah.
first to get to, because there's so many people who just want to social climb, especially like your status right now. I'm sure a lot of girls sliding into the DMs that just want specific things from you.
But there are also so many people that they're doing that. They're not trying to be vindictive. They're doing it to try and better themselves. And they don't know how else to do it.
And that's the thing. Like I'm not a person where I'm gonna be like closed off and never try and help someone succeed that I'm with. That's the biggest goal for me.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting how you just immediately sent the dick pic back to her. It was like, hey, do you want to be in the podcast? Penis. I thought that was really great.
I wanted to see what we can work.
Right, exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know what type of podcast you're doing.
Right, exactly.
So-
Sorry, I think it got loose on you. It's getting flaccid. Oh, now we're good. Yeah. That's better.
Right in there.
That's better.
How nice.
I don't know where I was going with that, but I just want to try and help people succeed. So if I'm dating someone and they need me to post their OnlyFans, I'll do it.
Oh, if you're dating someone, yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's finding someone who
Find someone who will post your OnlyFans.
find someone who posts your OnlyFans.
There's the
Shit.
title.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I
How
think
romantic.
I think
That's
we
so
end
nice.
right on that.
Yeah, that's a closing note right there.
Yo, thank you for being our first male guest.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Our first male guest. Yeah.
Wow. How many other guests have you had before this?
We just started.
So not that that's not an honor, but you're probably only our third
No,
or
we've been
fourth guest.
super selective though.
Yeah, we have really been selective.
Like we did
Wow.
6 months straight of no guests because we wanted to like get people to like understand what they're getting per se. And
Yeah.
it's like if you had come on in here and been a total fuck, we would have roasted you for it. But like you weren't. So like
Damn.
but like
Well, I'll see you guys in 6
we'll
months.
say 6 months. But to us, it's
I'll
like
come in with a chain and like grills
Yeah.
and shit.
But like you missed the Kelsey, who's the sex positive, open relationship, bisexual,
yeah.
person by
What's
week.
her number?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think she would actually welcome that just fine, and I think her boyfriend would as well. So I think
yeah.
that's
yeah,
how it
we
works.
did a threesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I won't speak for them, but yeah,
Done it many
I'll let
times.
you know. Yeah, threesome's better with 2 guys or 2 girls.
I love it's fun when it's my best friend and we're
Inside of each
it's
other.
like two I just feel it's 2 lions on a carcass, and we're just ravaging away.
you know,
For me,
What a visual.
yeah, for me that's the fulfilling feeling. With 2 girls was really good, but I'm more of a dominant person in the bedroom, and I hate it when it's about me. I hate it when they're just like,
it's not about me.
Yeah.
Stop it.
No, I obviously like enjoy that shit, but like it's more so about like what can I do for them?
You can only fit so many feet in your mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah.
So I did it once, but it was just very like difficult to like maneuver because I wasn't. It was fun.
Multitasking. It's
we figured it
multitasking.
out.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
figured
yeah.
it out, but
This isn't going anywhere positive. Let's say hi to Harry's mom.
Hi,
Mom.
Harry's mom.
We hope you're well. We're gonna send your son back to you as soon as we can.
Please.
And thank you so much for coming to hang out with us,
Thank
man.
you guys for having me. I really
Yeah,
appreciate
man, I
it.
appreciate it.
Awesome. Aww. You guys are so cute. You guys are so cute.
Good night or good morning, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.
Wow.